Thank you, Chair. Defense, Chair, National Security.
Members of the National Assembly in the Defense and Administration and Internal Affairs Committees today took to task the Cabinet Secretary for Defense Aden Duale and his counterpart from Interior Ministry Kithure Kindiki over the decision to deploy Kenya Defence Forces to fight banditry in the North Rift region.
Are the police instructing the military on how to go about this operation? How is it working?
Majority members of both committees objected to the deployment of KDF without prior approval by the National Assembly.
Our army is trained very separately and differently from the way the police are trained. And that is why you need the approval of Parliament so that we are in concurrence.
In their own defense, Duale and Kindiki said they use Article 241, 3B of the Constitution that allows KDF deployment in cases of emergency.
The framers of the Constitution told us, both in letter and spirit, Article 241, 3B there. So we are using that.
We believe it's an emergency, and the first legal step we took was first to define what was happening because of the new variant of behavior and the boldness and the frequency, because we kept on getting reports on a daily basis of the death and mayhem. We determined that to be an emergency first because we needed a legal threshold to be met.
Article 241A indicates that the defense forces are responsible for the defense and protection of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Republic, while B states that KDF shall assist and cooperate with other authorities in situations of emergency or disaster and report to the National Assembly whenever deployed in such circumstances. According to Article 41C, KDF may be deployed to restore peace in any part of Kenya affected by unrest or instability, only with approval of the National Assembly.
You said that those who are not happy with you classifying as emergency to go to court. Luckily, the Constitution gives us the chance to talk to you, so we don't have to go to court. So I want to respectfully tell you that I don't agree with you. You should have used C, not B.
The lawmakers, however, told of the cabinet secretaries, saying there was adequate time to seek National Assembly's approval before deployment.
The definition of emergency needs to be universal and agreeable because banditry has not just cropped up, it has been there. So you cannot say it is unforeseen. So we have to be convinced why it was an emergency, and personally, I don't feel convinced that it was an emergency.
The operation to flush out bandits in the 6 affected counties caused a heated debate in the afternoon session of the National Assembly.
Madam Speaker, we cannot sit here. Some constituencies, their children are going to school. Ours are not going to school. Simply because their schools were burnt down, the teachers cannot be posted there.
This is after Turkana woman representative Cecilia Sinyen alleged that politicians who are funding cattle rustling in the North Rift are now bribing KDF commanders to slow down the operation.
Word has it that some leaders in this house are in record financing this menace, Madam Speaker. And they have even gone ahead to contribute money to compromise the commanders of the KDF forces so that the KDF officers cannot carry out their duties.
She, however, was forced to withdraw her remarks after pressure was mounted on her to table the evidence.
Can she name the members, substantiate the information she's giving to this House? Otherwise, Madam Speaker, this motion is not coming the right way, Madam Speaker.
Giverson Minor, K24, Nairobi.